Good morning. The grant of bail, you all know that the provisions are available under section 436 for bailable offences, 437 for non-bailable offences within the jurisdiction of lower court, and 439 special power concurrent jurisdiction with the High Court as well as district session judge. These all are provisions for bail on different scale. There are other provisions of bail wherein you can claim bail on right for bail, mandatory bail. One of that bail was 167 class 2 CRPC. See, prior to 1973 Code of Criminal Procedure now is prevailing with so many amendments. There was 1898 CRPC which authorized the executive magistrates, namely the police officers and collector, to remand the accused. So this law commission report suggests that the remand should be a judicial order. Therefore, after amendment, the remand provisions was entrusted to the magistrate. The person who was arrested may not be detained for more than 48 hours. Therefore, if the police official wants his custody be continued, then he has to request a letter to the nearest magistrate or the magistrate with jurisdiction under section 167. His request should be accompanied by the copies of police diaries. Police diaries means 172 CRPC. So it means it should accompany copy of FIR, copy of complaint, and material 161 statement, recovery anything, and the reasons for continuation of his detention. Grant of police custody is a different subject, we will look into that. Then 167 has got a restriction in grant of detention order. It should be within 15 days, not more than 15 days at one time. Then that 15 days may be extended periodically only on request by the police officer feeding the materials. If offences are punishable within 10 years, the magistrate has got power to extend the remand only for 60 days. If it is more than 10 years, the magistrate have power under section 167 up to 90 days. So the power of magistrate may exhaust at the 60th day or 90th day automatically. Then 167 class 2 says the accused may be released on bail. That is the concept you should understand while arguing 167 class 2 CRPC. Therefore, the filing of final report. Once final report filed and not taken on file, then question of enquiry comes into picture. Then pending enquiry, the magistrate can remand under section 209 CRPC. Pending trial, the magistrate can remand under section 309 CRPC. But if the charge sheet is returned, considering that the charge sheet final report was skeleton final report, the magistrate can still grant bail under section 167 class 2. In the given case, Rakesh Kumar Patel versus State of Assam, the Supreme Court has said that courts should not be too technical and must lean in favor of personal liberty. Whether the accused makes a written application for default bail or oral application for default bail is of no consequences. Therefore, even if he orally prays for bail, he may be granted bail because this provision is related to Article 21 of the Constitution. Therefore, go through the judgment, keep the judgment with your file. Other aspect was bail application was filed on 4th January 2017. But the prosecution filed charge sheet on 24th January. But then says the bail should not be granted. No, the Supreme Court has says Rakesh Kumar Patel case, bail must be granted. Then they say Muhammad Iqbal Madar Sheikh vs. State of Maharashtra 1991 6 SEC 722, bail should be given. In the said judgment, the Supreme Court has said the legislative intention putting premium on personal liberty, it would be unfair to an accused to remain in custody for a prolonged or indefinite period. Expeditious conclusion of investigation. Personal liberty angle emphasized. Therefore, while claiming bail under section 167, if you are engaged, you have to state all these facts. And stating that the accused is intent to go on bail, and the prosecution deliberately not completed the investigation, and this court has got no jurisdiction to extend the remand, and you have to state that the liberty of the person is violated under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. See, one impression among the advocates was that constitutional position should not be argued before the lower court. No, it is not so. Only under 226, 227, 32 you have to argue authoritatively, but under lower court you can still argue the constitutional provisions of fundamental rights and etc. Best wishes.